Probably Montreal smoked meat. You can only get in Montreal or Toronto.
What kind of meat is it?
Okay, the legend is this.
Schwartz's delicatessen. Ask that question more times.
Schwartz's delicatessen in Montreal had a huge fire in the 1920s or 30s. It was a wood building, and they had the hanging, big sides of corned beef. And corned beef got smoked by the fire. They were ready to throw it out. Apparently, the legend has it. A busboy took out his pocket knife and just took a piece and went, "C'est délicieux!" And it became this thing. And they started serving this giant side of smoked corned beef. And they set the deli on fire
every night.
They figured out a way to smoke it, and it's not pastrami, and it's not corned beef, it's its own thing. But if you're ever in Canada, especially in Montreal or Toronto, go to a delicatessen and order a Montreal smoked meat sandwich. I've just devoted more time to the friggin' sandwich question than your career. I'm so sorry about that. But
what's awesome is because we're all doing stuff at home now, which you guys can do, I am completely devoid of technical expertise with respect to audio production. But because we've sort of been relegated to doing stuff at home, I use a program called Twisted Wave and a little plug-in USB mic on my laptop and my iPad. I've gotten bookings for Disney, major bookings for me, recording an audition in my car and then finding a Starbucks so I can use the Wi-Fi to send it off to my agent. So, but the point I'm making is that if I were starting out, when I was your age or even younger, I had a Panasonic reel-to-reel tape player that I would play with and try to do my, Peter Sellers and Monty Python impressions and stuff. But now, you've got...
now?
But now, I'm the walking dead. I just took a little leap of crazy land.
Whoa.
I'm Batman!
No, you were the villain in the worst Batman movie ever.
Please!
But you have, like Mo said, you have this opportunity with YouTube.
I like Batman Returns. I also
You know what? It wasn't the worst. I'm wrong. It wasn't the worst. It actually was.
Anyway, yeah, have fun. Find an inexpensive program and use it on your computer, and you can record. You can get an Audio-Technica 18-2020 or what's that little one?
I don't know. You're already way over my head.
No. But that little mic that you have too, the Apogee, little Apogee mic, and they're USB. They plug right in. They work great. Blue Yeti makes great stuff, and you can get all these different programs and just mess around with it. You can tweak it all sorts of different ways. I did a show for a while called The Annoying Orange, and it truly was. You see, however, yeah,
We liked him before.
they all laughed at Christopher Columbus. But listen, but the thing was that Dane, who created that, got his degree in film from the University of North Dakota, right? And then came to Burbank, and by the time that he was taking meetings at the major studios, he had 500 million hits on his goofy Talking Orange thing on YouTube. 500 million! So any studio executive with a pulse is going to look at that and say, well, there are 320 million people in the United States. Of course I'm going to talk to this guy. So whether you like it or not, he got his show on Cartoon Network for a couple of seasons and basically did it in his garage.
Yeah, but you know what? Just
Hail!
Judy McSwain would never put up with that kind of thing.
Hey, blame Amtrak. Wow.
You and Janet should class up this joint. Yeah, it is. Way to go. So anyway, have fun and don't be afraid.
All right, next question.
Hey, you know what? Half the cast of the Chimp Channel is here now.
Oh, yeah!
Chimp Channel, what? How many people here by show of hands, put down your hands for questions, how many people even remember the Chimp Channel on TNT? Wow, really? That's cool. That goes in my record book. Rich and I were just talking about this, maybe you feel the same way. As the most fun show to do that didn't work at all on screen.
Yeah, we would record the funniest shows for 4 hours and then have to come back and ADR the Chimps on every single line because all they could do is this.
Yeah. used to watch Lance Link's.
We thought they were going to CGI it, and the scripts were so clever, and we just had so much fun. I mean, there were many of the time that my stomach hurt from laughing at the recording these scripts. In fact, we nearly killed Eugene Roche. Remember that? I said something to crack him up, and he was drinking a water, and he almost drowned. I simultaneously almost killed him and saved his life in the same minute. I gave him the Heimlich maneuver. Anyway, Jennifer was so fantastic. You were so great in this show. So sexy.
I used to love to watch Darren Norris before because he
Oh.
would stick his butt out like an egg.
Jimmy. Darren Norris has huge feet. I mean, he actually has like I think size 14.
Image class.
And he's only 6 feet tall, so he's got like this sort of like ski jump kind of balance. He can actually lean forward just on the flats of his feet, like he's doing a ski jump. Hi, Dave. Jimmy.
All right, reeling it back in. We're gonna have a question from the back of the
We
room.
were
here.
having fun. We were improv. So you always say you're just doing improv. Yes, sir.
Maurice,
Yes.
we'd have to be very interested to hear your interpretation of the Joker that you mentioned a while back. That's actually fascinating.
Okay, I mean, you're going to say you're doing a Heath Ledger version.
Well,
It
sure.
really came out sounding like, my father was a drug and a fiend. And one day, he goes off crazier than usual. No, okay, that was my Heath Ledger as the Joker. It was very much like this. It was very much like, Batman, sometimes it just comes down to one bad day.
Hi, Joker.
Did you have a bad day?
Why are you so scary, Joker?
We got one right here in the middle.
Honey, tell the Joker's mom's calling him.
Okay.
This one is for
It's Jason Marsden.
actually. When you're going into a video game, what exactly are you looking for out of a role? Yes, you, Ms. Hale. Yes, Mary
Ms.
Shepherd
Hale.
herself.
What am I looking for to get hired?
Is there a certain criteria?
A very Machiavellian crowd.
Or do you just go in and wait?
You know, it's not the kind of, we don't have the status yet in video games or anything else really to, you know, pick and choose at that level. To me, my job's sort of the opposite. I go in because I'm happy to be there, and I look at how can I make it work, whatever it is, whether it's good writing, good directing, bad directing. You know, I just go in to go, okay, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to connect this to our common humanity, and then make it fly?
All right, next one right here in the front row.
Well, usually a lot of people ask you guys what your favorite character.
Wait, I want you to ask that question, throwing your voice into the dead fox. That is making me almost want to throw up.
Lightweight.
I know.
Everyone usually asks you guys what your favorite character was and what your favorite role was. I actually want to know what was the role that you thought you did the worst possible way, that you wish that you could redo again, but you know, like you know what I mean? Like, what is that role for each of you? If you don't mind me asking.
I did a character called Bubsy the Bobcat. I know, I'm so sorry. But you know, people. The truth is though that anytime anybody is kind enough to